Hello, hello. Welcome to the Gig Economy Podcast, episode 249.
Wow.
Talking about Uber Eats driver deported after taking a wrong turn. And now you can create your own quest on Lyft, or I don't know if it's called a quest. It's a quest on Uber. I don't know what it's called on Lyft. So I just put
Yeah,
quest.
I don't know if they have a name for it.
Yeah.
Challenge, maybe.
Bonus.
Ride challenge.
Yeah,
Ride challenge.
Yeah, I think that's what
it.
it is. So that's pretty interesting. Go to gigeconomyshow.com for everything the podcast related. All the links are there and all that fun stuff. I want to thank our Patreon members, Samson, Bud, Omar, Delivery Cats, Frank, Tom, Jim, Miguel, Linda, and Jerry. Thank you guys so much for supporting the show. If you are interested in supporting the show, it is now on sale. $7 for the high tier and $3 for the lower tier. The $7 tier gets you an extra podcast a week, exclusive t-shirt on your third month, ad-free episodes. And the $3 tier gets you before the show banter, what we talk about, what's going on in Jason and Larry's life, that kind of stuff. So check that out if you are interested. The link is in the description. Also, it's a 7-day free trial, so you can try it out. If you like it, great. If not, that's great too. No hard feelings. You can cancel after the 7 days or before the 7 days, and you will not get charged. Another avenue that you can connect with us for free is Telegram. I'm sure you've heard, it's like WhatsApp. Larry's going to tell us about that.
Yeah, so Telegram's how we kind of chat and communicate back and forth. It's a app where you can text, but you can also do video messages or voice messages. So if you're out driving around doing food deliveries, you don't want to be texting while you're driving, you can do a voice message. You can chat with gig workers all over the country. You can talk about what's going on in your area, any new apps that are coming out that you've tried, or can vent about your day or talk about your successes and all the mucho money you're making. And it's also a great way to make some friends.
Absolutely. I've made some lifelong friends in that group, honestly. I've met quite a few of them. And then we're getting together. Well, tomorrow's May 1st. I was going to say next month, but almost a month away. So we're looking forward to that. Mm-hmm. I would love for you to follow us on TikTok, trying to grow that following. Post a lot every day, at least once, sometimes twice. Trying to do some more personal videos too. So check that out. We would love for you to follow us there. We also are live on TikTok. If you're hearing this, you are on TikTok. Check us out live. Stories from the road. Again, I have been slammed with bus driving, so I have no stories. I don't even think I have stories from the bus road. It's pretty, dude, it's pretty boring. You drive to like a school. I went to Rockford last night and, dropped the water polo team off and sat in the bus for 3.5 hours. And
got paid for it.
Yeah, I get paid for it. That's the thing. It's like easy money. It's hard to turn that money away when you're just sitting there not using your own car. So
no doubt.
And Larry had an exciting wedding.
Yeah, so our son got married in Richmond, Virginia. So we were there for the weekend. Did not do any gig work since we were there. Had a really great time. The wedding went perfect. Everything went very smooth. The newly wedded couple is in Italy now. They're taking a 2-week honeymoon over there. But yeah, I had a great weekend. Got to see all the kids. Thank you, Bubba Sue. Appreciate that. Everything went as smooth as you could have hoped for. Everything was great. Sometimes there's some hiccups and some things don't go right, but everything went very smoothly.
And what Larry won't tell you is he got shit-faced and
I'll tell you,
grew up in the hotel. No. Oh wait, that's me. I went to a wedding once. So this was newly. God, was I married to Megan? Maybe we weren't married yet. No, I don't think I don't know. I don't think we were married yet. Maybe we were, or very close. But we went to one of her friends, like the neighborhood family friend wedding. And so I ended up, it was like 2 hours between like the wedding and the food.
Yeah.
So, it was open bar. So I started drinking Miller Lights, and one thing led to another. I ate my food, went back and threw up in the hotel bathroom. Oh. And then the funny part of that is that my father-in-law, again, I can't remember at the time, doesn't really matter, but he would step over me because I was laying in the bathroom to take a piss.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was fun. I mean, like nothing like welcome to the family.
Sure.
Well, they were big drinkers too. They just didn't drink that much that night, but I
Gotcha.
couldn't hold my alcohol in that.
Yeah, I understand. It happens to the best of us. So the only funny story I do have from the weekend is we flew, so we didn't have a car. Everybody else drove. Our kids that live in the northern part of the state, they all drove together. It's a couple hours shorter for them to drive over there. And then we have some kids that live in Virginia as well. So daughter Emily and her husband Damon, they were the ones that were kind of driving us around. They picked us up at the airport, took us to the Airbnb. We rode with them to the dinner the night before and to the wedding. So we go to the dinner that night, and Damon usually drives when they're in their car. And so he'd had a few drinks, and so he didn't want to drive. So Emily, our daughter, drove us home. We're driving in the car. This is like a 15-minute drive, maybe, probably 15-minute drive home. Me and my wife are sitting in the back seat. So I pull my phone out and I text her, we are going to die in this car because we had like 3 really close calls.
Really?
Yeah. Not the greatest driver. And my wife, she pulls the phone out and she looks at it and she starts giggling because,
Oh yeah.
and so then she looks over at me and, and I give her the sign I do the sign of the cross and she about loses it.
Dude.
So anyway, regardless, so the rest of the weekend, I was the designated driver.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, my wife and I do that all the time. When we were in Florida, the ride from the hotel to the airport.
Yeah.
Dude was doing 90 on the freeway, dude. I'm like, come on, it's 70. You're going 20 miles over. Like, I didn't say anything. I know I talk a big game, but then you're like, you don't want to say something because then like, what if they fucking freak out? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then they're turning around looking at you trying to talk while they're going, on the interstate.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And I didn't want to mess with that. I did report him though. I did. So but I reported him and gave him a tip. I mean, it sounds stupid, but like I still want to pay you extra for your services, but you're gonna get a speeding report.
Exactly.
I mean, I didn't want to get him deactivated. He just needs to know to slow the fuck down.
Yeah. So yeah, we and my wife, she is that's one thing that's kind of a phobia of hers is having being in a car accident. Yeah. And so I know it was rough for her.
For sure.
But yeah, that was kind of our little funny story from the weekend.
Nice. All right, gig economy in the news. First up, Lyft's AI earning assistant. So this one's kind of interesting. Drivers can ask it how to optimize their shifts based on real-time data on airport arrivals, local events, and more. Now, I think Uber came out with something like that. I haven't used it yet, but it definitely I remember us talking about it a couple months back.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a chat bot, which everyone's doing it, right?
Yep.
So in Lyft's hypothetical example, the driver asks for a plan that stays within a 5-hour period in San Francisco and ends on an address in Oakland. It then creates a time block visual that shows where they're going to be, including mention of where driver can expect turbo time when earnings are higher. So I don't know. I mean, to me, it feels like they're just going to manipulate you to go in the area that they want you to go, not because it's going to make you more money.
You don't think they're looking out for us? You don't think they're doing what's best for us? They got our back. They're doing this strictly.
I mean, I want to believe
their heart.
I want to believe that they do, but like, I don't know. Like,
we know better than that.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they're just gonna. I mean, I would have to try it out, but God, I'm not on it enough to even do it. Like I feel like you're got to be the guinea pig for rideshare stuff. Like you have to try to do this because I just can't stand people.
Yeah.
But I'll do my rides to get my dovetail, and I might go out and do a couple this weekend. I didn't mention that. I probably will do some gig work this weekend.
Yeah, you got just a couple at least, just like I do my couple. Make sure I do my couple of DoorDash over the weekend.
Yeah, and like next week too, I'm not doing any school bus driving. Oh well, other than the regular stuff.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of stuff going on. I am working for the White Cap, so but anyways, yeah. So I will be probably doing some gig work this weekend.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So yeah, Lyft's AI earning assist. I don't know if it's hype or if it'll work or if it's better than Ubers. Did you ever try Ubers out? And I don't think it was set up for this kind of information.
If it was available here, I don't think I used it. I don't remember seeing it here though.
I think it was set up to just be like, get me to the gas station. I don't think it was set up like to get me. I mean, I know it says hypothetical, but if it really could do that, where you could like stay within a 5-hour period in San Francisco and then end at another address, I mean, that's pretty cool if it worked. You know what I mean? I kind of like that, but again, how legit is it going to be? And you can't go to support because they're going to be like, well, the rides weren't there. We tried, but this is what you're going to get. So there's really no way to prove like, if this is a legit thing or not, if they're actually going to try to, help you.
Yeah.
But
gotcha.
I'm all for AI. I like it. I use it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, it can, if it's done well, it can be amazing.
I mean, honestly, the clips you all see on social media, like this picture where you're seeing it, that's all AI. I do tweak it a little bit. Like there's some things like I can enhance the audio and add some intro and stuff like that. But everything it clips automatically. Like I don't. And I would say it gives me like 20 clips. I would say about 10 of them are really good.
Yeah.
And the rest of them are okay, but they're not like, I didn't feel like it popped enough. So I'm like, whatever. But yeah, I love AI. I'm on board for it. So what are you typing away there? I see you're mad typing.
I am. Well, we were talking about the Telegram group, right? And then right after I talked about it, we had somebody join. Richard W. He said he's watching the show right now. He drives Lyft in Massachusetts. So I was welcoming him to the group and asking what gigs he did, and just wanted to give him a shout out.
That's amazing, Richard. Thanks for joining the group. Yeah, we have one in Mass. He's a Patreon member. What the fuck's his name? I always forget. I rattle those names off like I don't even. It's Jim from Connecticut, Jiminy, but I haven't seen him on a hot second. But cool, Richard, welcome. I was like, I didn't see you commenting anywhere. I'm like, he's mad typing right now.
Yeah, no
That's
doubt.
amazing.
But again, we don't do geography well here. So Connecticut is not in Massachusetts.
What'd you say? Oh, it's not? Oh, no, you said Connecticut?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's its own state.
That is its own state.
I'm a fucking idiot. Oh, my God. If that's not clippable, I don't know what is. Oh, my God.
No, actually, you're correct. What'd you say?
Wait.
He drives in Massachusetts.
Okay. But did you say Connecticut?
Shit.
Now we're gonna have to go. If I could go back in the tape, I would.
Yeah.
But.
He drives in Massachusetts. I don't remember what you said, but anyway.
Maybe I did. Oh, I said Mass. We got another driver in Mass.
There we go. Okay.
I just shortened it. Where did you get Connecticut from?
I don't know.
You're throwing me under the bus, and I didn't.
I am, man. I am.
Can you imagine if I edit it when I'm editing this weekend, and I said, "Oh, I did say Connecticut."
That's funny. I want to say hi to Wesley. He's watching us on TikTok again.
Awesome.
He's been a faithful watcher on TikTok since we started streaming on there. So we really appreciate that. Thanks a lot, Wesley.
Thank you so much. All right. Heavy Lyft show. Larry, Lyft is starting to add licensed taxis to the rideshare platform.
Yeah. So this is something that Uber has done for many years, and they partner with these taxi companies. If there's not a Uber close enough, but there is a taxi available, then you can order a taxi. So Lyft is trying this out in starting on May 5th. They're going to launch it in St. Louis. So maybe sometime when I'm up there, I'll try it out when I'm visiting my son. I don't know why I would need to take a Lyft, but
I mean, why not? You had such a great experience.
Exactly. Do it for the show, right?
Yeah, good for the show. Do it for the show.
So it says users who opt in the feature may be picked up in a taxi when they request certain kind of rides. They'll be able to pay, tip, and submit a rating for the cab from within the Lyft app, just as they can do if they took a regular Lyft ride. It says it also mentions here about them expanding into Europe, which we already talked about last week. It says Lyft reported a 15% year-over-year increase in fourth quarter bookings last year. So they seem like they're kind of hanging in there. We were worried about them there for a while, whether they were going to go under.
They're moving a little bit. So the taxi thing that says it's going to start in St. Louis.
It is. Yeah, that's the only city it mentions. It says
Okay,
it
because didn't I only know Uber that does that in New York City. Do they do it in other cities too?
I believe so. Some of
Oh,
the big cities. I know it, New York for one, but I think they may do it in some of the other big cities too. Look at Gary give me shit. saying, saying I don't give it don't say hi to him.
maybe you didn't say it verbally, and that's what he's whining about.
Uh,
I give him the fucking wrench. He cries like a baby. I finally figure out how to do it again because I didn't even take it away. I don't even know what happened. Like
it
he's like,
just
where's my wrench? And I'm
it
like,
just
wrench?
disappeared.
Yeah, so I finally figure it out. Go to YouTube, and he's giving a shit. Good Lord.
Hi,
All right,
Gary.
well, I'm glad Lyft is. I'm glad. I think
Yeah.
we need competition. I think it's good for the consumer too, not just for the drivers.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
shit.
don't want just one for sure. And like I said, it is kind of a Lyft heavy show. We've been seeing some stories from them, doing some things. So
Yeah,
hopefully they're innovating.
yeah. I hope they are too. Let's get it done.
Yep.
So I talked about. Looks like Bubba Sue said I did say Connecticut. Fuck. You didn't want to let me be surprised. You wanted to get my reaction here, not or live instead of when I'm editing. I want to say, damn it. All right.
Here's the thing. You said that, and then I had to think about it a little bit. I was like, wait a minute, Massachusetts, Connecticut. Is Massachusetts? No, Massachusetts in Connecticut.
No.
The only reason I know that's because my wife's from Connecticut.
I definitely realized I know I saved this damn picture. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can find it. Maybe I didn't send it. Oh yeah, I sent it at a weird time. Okay. It's funny when I do edit though, I'll be like, what the hell? Did I just say that?
Yeah, you don't remember saying it.
No, and what's funny is like I'll mess up bad, and I don't know if you realize I did and you just roll with it, which it doesn't matter. You can give me shit anytime you want.
Oh yeah.
Unless I'm on like a rant, then that'll make me fussy. But there are times when I'm editing, I'm like, I totally fucked up what that was. That is not even a real thing. Why did I say it? I don't know. My brain just scrambles. I think when you talk so much, you just don't realize.
Yeah,
that it happens.
Sometimes you got to do some filler and you just got to make up a word.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So Lyft is saying customize your challenge. So you basically can create your own channel. Okay, they call it a challenge. Here we go.
Right.
That we didn't know what it was called earlier. I know it has to tab over, but this is the only picture I have. But I don't know any details about it. I kind of read the Reddit. It didn't really give me too much details, but I mean, obviously this is only $1. Like, what can you do? Can you say, I mean, there's got to be some parameters, right? Like 10 rides for $400. Like it's got.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I don't understand what they're saying by customizing. Do they just mean you can choose? Because they've always done that. They usually give you three options and you can choose. So yeah. I mean, obviously you can't customize. All right, I want to do one ride for $100.
Well, yeah, exactly. I'm trying to I read the comments earlier. I was seeing if there's any updated, but it doesn't really explain.
Yeah, John's the only one who gets those kind of challenges.
Oh yeah, John. Fuck him. He's never on here. I hate him. Can't wait till he hears this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see anything how to do it. No one really explained it. So
yeah, I looked around too because I'm like, from the picture you can't tell. It just looks like a offer. So yeah, I wasn't able to find any other stories that explained it any better either. Because like I said, obviously, maybe you can customize it. Okay, I think I'm going to do 50 rides, and you're still maybe going to get paid the same amount extra each ride. But if you think, okay, I can do 70 rides, obviously the amount's going to go higher. Maybe that's how you can customize.
Well, I was looking for an edit button, but there's a little that little white. Oh shit! I'm pointing at it, and I'm on my own fucking page. I no one can see that. If you look at, there's a little white dot there at the 35. What do they call that? A scroll bar or something. So obviously you can go up to 80 rides, but is it going to be 80 rides for $80? You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
so they minimally want you to do 35, but why? So I don't think you can edit the money part as far as the amount per ride. Clearly,
Yeah, I mean, hopefully, you think if you went up to 80 rides, they would give you more than $1 per ride because you're giving them more business, so you would
shit.
make more per ride. But I don't know.
Yeah, I should have grabbed my phone. Do you have
I'll
your work phone on you?
hold on. Yeah,
Fire it up.
I don't think I have that yet.
I
But
don't
then
either.
again, I haven't had any challenge. The bonus rides from Lyft for probably 6 months.
Well, I don't know why they don't send emails about it. I never get emails like from Uber or Lyft about like, hey, there's you might want to check your phone. Like, it's not their responsibility to make me check my phone, but like I would be like, oh, let me, because I guess because it's on a different phone,
Right.
I don't pick it up to like do anything.
You know what? I like never get emails from either one of them
No, I mean once in a
about
blue
anything.
moon. Well, I'll get like service animal ones, like, hey, just a reminder, you have to take
Yeah.
service
Well,
animal.
maybe I'll get those. Um, I don't see anything more under more ways to earn. All I have is scheduled rides.
I haven't seen shit on Lyft. Like before I
Refer a
took this
friend.
little hiatus, I was looking for or just doing that one ride, and I haven't seen anything on Lyft in a hot second. And Ubers are always trash. So, but like, where was Faith posted in the group that she got that one? Like, I
Right.
I gotta check them because what if I miss that? Because I could every once in a while they'll throw you a bone, and I'm like, I don't know if 10 rides for 95 is. I mean, it's not horrible, but yeah,
The only thing we get here is these turbo hours,
yeah, which
like
is stupid.
between 10 and like between at 3 to 4 a.m. It's 40% turbo. But
Well, Uber's doing the excuse me, I itch my eye because of allergies. We had so much wind yesterday. I'm sure you guys had it too, but
yeah,
my allergies are killing me. Uber's kind of doing the hourly thing too. For like from 9 to 10, you get an extra 12.50 for the hour. So my question is, again, because I don't really drive for an hour, and maybe you can find out, do you get the 12? Do you have to like be driving the whole hour, or do you just automatically get, if you take a ride from like 10p to 11p, you get an extra 12.50 for that hour again?
that's interesting. I do not know.
Well, I'm gonna make it my duty to look at my phone and try to get some of the answers for that. Maybe I'll even go out and drive a little bit other than food delivery and try to figure it out. But
Interesting.
yeah.
Huh.
All right, moving on. Larry, VW will deploy thousands of robo-taxis on Uber's platform in the US. So
Yeah.
that
Go
is that
ahead.
cars or
No, they are
their
like
vans.
the VW Volkswagen vans.
Oh yeah,
So yeah, they're gonna
those vans look dope.
they can seat at least 7 passengers. So this is one company that we haven't really heard much about in the autonomous articles that we've been doing, but they've been experimenting with it for a long time. Just not, I think, in the United States. I think they've done a lot of it over in Europe.
Okay.
So yeah, they are partnering up with Uber to deploy a bunch of these. It's called VW ID Buzz electric minivan. They will have, of course, the self-driving sensors and software developed by a subsidiary of Volkswagen called Moya. So the Buzz can seat at least 7 passengers, which is good because we saw this Uber robo taxi that seats 2 people, and we still can't figure that out why they're doing that. It says VW is their goal is to ultimately have thousands of vehicles operating in multiple U.S. cities over the next decade. They're going to be testing the service later this year using vehicles and the safety drivers, like most of them do. They'll have safety drivers at first behind the wheel until they get all the necessary permits and clearance from all the regulatory agencies. But they have been testing it. It says for quite a while. They were testing in Austin, Texas, in 2023.
Of
After a
course.
number of years testing them in Germany, yeah, everything's tested in Austin. Yeah, so it said it'll put the vans into service as a ride-sharing fleet under its subsidiary Moya, like I said, which does the software, which has been operating a fleet of electric vehicles in Hamburg since 2017. So,
Oh wow.
yeah. Um, Yeah, so they've dabbled in autonomous driving for years, but they partner with some of the startups that are no longer around. So they're kind of having to, kind of look at some other things. Yeah,
There's the bus. It's kind of blurry because I just grabbed a screenshot, but yeah, I think it's
yeah,
cool.
it does. It is cool looking, and I see commercials for it all the time.
I what I like about it is it kind of has that new age look, but it kind of
Retro
looks.
look too.
It does.
It
It
does have that
does.
retro 60 look.
Yeah, they did such a great job on it, and
Yeah.
honestly, that thing's gonna fucking clean up. Like
I think
the
so.
cyber
Yeah.
taxi or whatever it's called, the
Yeah.
robo like 2 seats, like
I just don't understand why you would do that.
it seems like a waste.
It's
I
very
don't know.
limiting. Very limiting.
Yeah, but no, I love that thing. It's pricey though.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah.
It's pricey. And I haven't heard any actually it's not as bad as I thought. It's 61 to 72. That's actually not that bad.
How much
you
is
get
it?
61K to 72K.
Not
What?
that bad. Oh my gosh.
Well, I'm saying if you go buy a brand new Honda Odyssey,
Yeah.
loaded,
Yeah.
you're going to be paying like 60 grand.
Yeah.
And
Which I would never do.
Well, no, I wouldn't either. But I'm just saying that doesn't seem so bad for a VW. I mean, I'm not paying that.
Yeah, but just think, man, if you bought one of those and you can send it out to work for you, you can take 7 people at a time and charge them.
Yeah, I am all about getting a self-driving car. I'm not kidding you. Like,
I believe you 100%.
It won't be in the next 10 years, but like once I'm retired and I got some money to invest, what are you laughing at?
Yeah, that crotchety old man out there talking to your cars like they're kids. Y'all get out there and make me some money, damn it.
And get off my lawn.
Daddy needs some beer.
Oh my gosh. No, I definitely I think that would be Traveler when it's 60K. I mean, I paid 38 for my car, and that is the most. I mean, and the only reason I bought it new is because of the $7,500 tax. So it didn't cost me 38 after the tax credit, but yeah, I know 60. I know. When did freaking $3.50 a gallon or like $7 for a dozen eggs? I mean,
Jason's rolling in the dough, y'all guys.
Oh yeah,
he's
filthy
rich.
I work for a public school. I probably made more on gig work last year than I did at the school.
You make all them multi-thousands doing it as a beard model. Don't think.
Oh, shut up. That's so funny you brought that up. So this is squirrels. There's a lady in town that used to cut my beard. She got injured, blah, blah, blah. She came back. She's starting to cut again. But she started during COVID. She started a beard line of oils and balms. And
really?
Yeah. And so I'm thinking about reaching out to her and like, hey, let me throw it on the show and you can give me free product.
There you go, man.
Something like that. But
that sounds good.
I know. And I think she likes me. I don't know, maybe. Traveler, my house is only 84K. Well, yeah. Honestly, dude, mine was 150 and it's like 390 now if I sold it. So it's like I don't think I could afford my own house if I bought it now.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. You're like, oh, if you sell your house, you can make all this money. But yeah, then I got to buy something.
Well, I'm saying if I was a new home buyer, right. I wouldn't. But exactly. I mean, obviously, I sell my house. I got 200,000 to invest. So I could afford it then because it would knock it down a little bit. But
yeah, I want to say hi to Jerry. Jerry's from Bowling Green, our market here. Yeah, Jerry. You think a lot of drivers around here quit? I know when Uber went to the upfront pricing, I have not driven as much. There's just not an incentive to do it anymore. There really isn't.
Yeah, that's tough.
When we still had the per mile pricing with Uber, there were still, you could still make decent money, but now it's like they're throwing us crumbs.
Yeah, I mean, you'll always see that dip. I'm sure every market saw it, and then people come back. You know what I mean? Yep. Or people come on that are new and don't realize what it was before then. They're like, "Oh, okay, I can do this."
Yeah.
So, I agree. There, it's tough at first, but if you want to make money, that's That's, I mean, either find another gig or make it work.
That's it. Take it or leave it.
Take it or leave it. Yep. So I'm excited for the VW. What I am excited for is to see these cars without the big sensors on them. You know what I mean? It just ruins the aesthetic of the car. You know, you got that sweet VW bus, and then you're going to put all these sensors on there. And that just makes it look ugly.
You want to give a shout out to Shakira. She is also from Bowling Green.
Oh, damn.
Me and Antonio had her on a couple times on our podcast. Stay 100 cool. Podcast. Yeah, Shakira's great. Love her to death.
Awesome. Wow, we're just having like Bowling Green reunion down here.
No doubt.
All right, moving on. Deliveroo, which I've heard of, and I think their logo is kind of funny. But their stock soared because good old DoorDash made a bid to take over them, and I think it's going to happen. Let's see. They received a 3.6 billion with a B, not million, billions from DoorDash. This is a European company, I think. Yes. And they don't expect any hurdles, and that they'll be able to do that. So again, all these companies moving and shaking. Lyft buying that taxi company overseas, which I think is huge for them, by the way.
Yeah. No doubt.
And now we got DoorDash buying Deliveroo. So I don't know. I wish we could get some more apps over here. I know you feel like we got enough, but I haven't done a new one in a hot second, other than Hop, Skip, Drive. But that was
right. That was pretty limited. Yeah, that was pretty limited.
They are adding more schools. It's so weird. This fucking annoys me. They actually reached out to me, said they saw my video about it and they want to do a spotlight, but I'm not going to do it. I mean, what? Like, I'm going to say your shit sucks. Why can't I get more rides when little Jimmy has soccer?
Yeah.
But they're adding more schools, which is really cool, right? But they're like, yeah, you need to refill out or resend us your fingerprint. Like, why? I don't even know where I don't even have it.
Right.
Like, I don't know what I did with it. There's supposed to be this number. I'm like, I submitted it to you. I checked all my emails. I can't find it. So I'm just annoyed by them. Yeah. But anyways, I would love some new apps. I don't know what there could be. What could there be? Could there be? I mean, do we need another food delivery app?
Not.
If we got a new one, what would be different? Can't say pay that you would make you decide to go with, Johnny's food delivery over DoorDash or Uber Eats.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. I haven't thought about that, but yeah, I mean, but they're all the time we think about, well, there's nothing, we can't think of anything new, but
exactly,
there's some creative people out there who come up with new stuff all the time.
I kind of like
a twist on it.
Yeah, I kind of like the laundry thing for a while, and then I'm like, do I really want to be touching people's laundry? I mean, I guess I can just wear gloves. It's not. I would wear gloves.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
But then I'm like thinking, and it's. I'm not hating on nobody, but what if I brought like fucking bed bugs to my
house? Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and then I know you can go to a laundromat, but then you're really cutting into your profits. So I don't know. I'm ready for a new app. I'm ready for one. So no, not the laundry Bubba Sue says. I definitely thought about it. I had a big plan. This was going to be my new gig. I bought everything went to waste, by the way, because this one company, they're like, oh, buy our bags, buy our twist ties, buy our this. I probably spent like $20, $30.
Yeah.
Never did one fucking thing.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I got you.
So Bubba Sue's no, not the laundry. Well, what Bubba Sue? What's next? Give me something. Give me an idea.
Throw some ideas out there, guys. Give us some ideas on a new gig. Maybe we can all write it together. And
I did the walking dogs. I did that. I should do that. Bubba Sue, I bet you know, and I bet Larry doesn't even remember my walking dog story. Do you remember that?
I do not. I do not remember that you did that.
Yeah, I did Rover. I fucking lost a dog.
Oh, no, I definitely have not heard this story.
Yeah, I got it back. You didn't hear this story?
Never. So I mean, CRS. So, I mean, I can't say I didn't 100%.
Maybe I was so embarrassed that I mean, it was so long ago. It was like probably the next app after Uber and Lyft. Like, it was other than like maybe Grubhub food delivery, but it was around that time, maybe. Bubba Sue, 2017, maybe 2018. So I had walked a few dogs and it was fine. Actually, we were taking over. I was doing dog like stays in my house before I even had my 3 now. So this was back when I had my little Boston Terrier.
Yeah.
And so I have this dog and it's downtown. If you're from Grand Rapids, it was right near Vito's Pizza. Not on Fulton, but like on the like the street over. So it's basically pretty simple. I walked the dog and he slipped his collar. Something made a big bang. Oh, I know what it was. Oh my God. I was on Fulton by Vito's and there was a car accident.
Oh, scared him.
He got scared and he
took off
and he slipped his collar. And I had my wife down there. It took me probably 2 hours. And finally I was ready to give up. And I had been communicating with the person. I'm like, and she was trying to get out of work. And I walked around the corner and some guy had it on a leash. And I was like, it had gone up to the house and they brought it in. And then they decided, man, we should just probably walk around with it. It was a cool dog.
Yeah.
And I walked around that corner and I almost burst into tears.
Cause I bet, man, I know you were freaking out.
I mean, it would have been so sad, like, because I love my dogs. If that happened to me, I felt bad. I'm like, and it wasn't my fault, but still I'm responsible for this dog. Clearly the collar wasn't tight enough.
Yeah, obviously.
Which the customer had on. I'm not gaslighting her. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it obviously was not.
Yeah, but that shit was scary. Like, I almost freaking started crying. I could not believe it. And like, oh, thank God. So anyway,
I really do not remember that story.
Yeah, I may have been embarrassed and not said it, or maybe I didn't want people to hear it and not use my services. But,
yeah, really. So I lost this dog, but yeah, let me take your dog for a walk.
Yeah, actually, I don't think it was Rover. I think it was Wag. I think Wag was the first one. But anyways, Bubba Sue's getting catering apps. I don't like catering apps because of the schedule it keeps. Like, it's like I have delivered. I want something where I can turn on and go. I don't want to have to, I already have Flex where you have to kind of schedule it. Yeah. That's what I'm looking for. I know I'm picky, so. Oh God, where are we at? Oh, all right, here we go. Hang on 1 second.
Yep. Did I say this? Got that bumper?
Yeah, I'm
music.
Looking. Waymo in the news. Okay, another Waymo, and I'm out of Waymos. So if you have a Waymo, please send it my way so we can use this. But this one is someone left the fucking door open.
Thanks. Please close the right side rear door. Thanks.
All that technology.
Please close the right side rear door.
And it can't turn off it can't close its own door.
Please close the right side rear door. Thanks.
So if you look at the video, it doesn't really show that it's open, but maybe they did a light close and, it's not completely latched. Right. Again, the guy brings up a good point.
Yeah, all that technology.
Close
its own door.
And you can't close its own door. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
You got all this tech. You spent so much money on it. You guys didn't think maybe that,
people are going to leave the doors open. They've done it. You do it on my car.
Well, yeah, and even with like my wife's car, like my door is a little heavier, so or maybe it's lighter. I don't know. But basically when I close my wife's door, I very regularly don't close it all the way.
Yeah.
And I got to grab it and re-slam it. And probably because I don't slam doors. And so if and I'm used to my own car. But yeah, I don't know why. That doesn't seem like it's a very big technology just to have a little gear that goes and closes it up. I mean, they do for the minivans. My 2008 Honda Odyssey or 2005 Honda Odyssey had that for the rear doors. They closed automatically and then they sucked it in.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they have them on the minivans, the automatic doors.
Yeah. So I just thought that was hilarious.
So you wonder how long that thing sat there like that. And what happens? I mean, did somebody just wait for a passerby to close the door, or they have to send somebody out there, shut the door?
Well, what's interesting is that was an automated message, but I wonder if they can get on the speaker and say and see somebody come in and say, "Hey,
Yeah.
can you do me a favor? Can you open and shut this door?"
Really, we'll
That's
give you
what
a
I would
$20 ride credit if you
or
shut the
something.
store.
Yeah, I'm not sending an employee out there. Are you kidding
Yeah.
me?
Well,
That
I
seems
mean,
crazy.
if it's going to sit there all night and can't move,
Or verify that no one that I don't know, because then they're probably going to worry the door is going to fly open. I was like, can
Yeah.
you verify that it's closed and you can just send it back to the hub or something? I
yeah,
don't know. That's embarrassing. Come on, Waymo. Waymo fail.
Waymo fail.
That's
Big time.
embarrassing.
Yeah.
All right. Before we head into the rest of the show, I want to talk about Octopus tablet. Check it out. Link is in the description. If you are a rideshare driver anywhere in the country, check this out. It has trivia, games. Your customers, your riders can win gift cards for doing well. It's a great thing. They send you the tablet, the charger, and the case and all that stuff. It's a great thing. I will recommend if you do get it, unlink the Uber thing. People are losing their mind about it, and
They are.
I
Yeah.
hope Octopus is taking note. And if they fricking make it mandatory, that they're done.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. I unlinked mine. I tried it for a week or two and nobody was using it. And
Exactly. The games are gone. Clearly,
the games are gone when they're on an Uber ride. Now, if it's a Lyft ride, you still have the games. So yeah, I unlinked mine, and people, immediately start playing it again.
what was Octopus thinking? Did they just take the cash and run? Is that what it was? I mean, because I'm sure they got a big cash, influx.
Had to, yeah.
I mean, their bread and butter is entertaining passengers. I mean,
Yeah.
the amount of emails they must be getting from drivers, about that. But I see people bitching about that all the time. So
yeah, I'm one of them.
yeah. So if you get the tablet, I know this is kind of a weird ad, but fuck you, Octopus, but get it. Definitely get it and unlink the Uber portion of it so your passengers can still play games because that's the whole freaking point. So
Yep.
All righty. Uber Eats deported after taking wrong turn. This wait a minute. You know what? Something? Hang on a second. Okay, that is a different story. Well, my story is kind of related to that. But anyways, go ahead, Larry. Sorry about that.
Yeah, so it says a simple wrong turn led to life-altering consequences for an Uber Eats driver. He mistakenly turned onto a one-way toll road that connects the United States and Canada. This happened back in January. He was, like I said, he was Uber Eats driver. He was taken into custody, later deported to El Salvador because he was doing a food order, made a wrong turn. And it says that U.S. said that he had permission to enter the United States through the CBP One app, which is the app that they use to, for immigration. He was awaiting an immigration appointment. However, officials stated that once he left the country, his status became invalid. So they deported him, which it's crazy to think that this happens.
Yeah. It was in Detroit. I don't know if you said that at the beginning.
Yes. Yeah, I don't think I did. Yeah, this was
So there's a road once you get on it.
Yeah, there's no turnaround.
There's no turning back. You're going to Canada.
Right.
And I don't know why they don't have a last ditch like, oh shit, I turned down the wrong exit. And I know it says bridge to Canada, exit only. Okay, we all can fucking read. And he probably read it too, but didn't you know how it is if you're in an area, I mean, I say I'm a decent driver, but even with GPS, if I'm in a city that I don't know, it's still not foolproof.
When we were in Richmond for the wedding this weekend, I accidentally got onto a toll road.
See?
Not meaning to. It happens.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
So why don't they have hey, dude, are you doubly sure this is the last?
Yeah, because this isn't just getting on the road. You're going to another country. This is a pretty big deal.
Yeah, it may be just Canada, but it's still another country. There's still customs and things you have to do. And so that's rough. So he said he was in the country legally, right? In America. But he went to Canada and came back, it becomes invalid.
As soon as he leaves the country, his status
That's fucked up.
It is. It's stupid. It's one of those technicalities that is just, it's stupid.
And why he's in this whole prison thing, like why he's being sent there. Man, that sucks.
Yeah, it didn't. Let me see. It didn't say he's going to prison or anything.
Oh, I thought it said he went to the maybe.
No.
Oh, he was deported to El Salvador. Sorry, my bad. I don't want to.
Yeah, I mean that's where they're sending. I mean that's where that bad prison is, but it doesn't say that he was sent to the prison. I don't see that anywhere.
Well, the problem is no due process. If you, I mean, technically by the law, yes, you did wrong, but I mean, it's not like he was over there for.
That's not the intent of the law.
Yes. And, with the new administration, unfortunately, he's just like, no, but so he had no due process or anything. They just put him on a plane and sent him over there. So,
it's just not good. It's just not good.
No, I mean, again, he did break the law. So I guess just like Jesus Christ.
Well, it's not even breaking a law. I mean, it's just when he left, it invalidates his status. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess you can call it breaking the law. I don't know.
Kevin says the road says Werner Highway candidate exit only. Yeah, it sure does. But like I was saying before, and Larry confirmed, when you're in a new area, maybe he's new to the area. I don't know. Sometimes you make a mistake. And it's not like he was going over there to fucking run guns. He had an Uber Eats order, for God's sake. So going back to the original story, are you able to deliver Uber Eats into Canada? Because you said he had what did the article say? It had something like a what did it say? Some sort of code or something that allowed him to do that.
Oh, I don't see anything about that. It just said he had a I was talking about the app that he used for immigration.
Oh, maybe that's what it.
Yeah,
that's what. Sorry, I was like, wait, are they allowed to deliver in Canada, or did he just?
Yeah, it's called the CBP One app. That's the app that I think was set up in the Biden administration to help with the immigration. And that's the one I think.
My bad.
Trump
I mean,
down.
I'm half listening when you're doing a story, so my bad.
And I understand. No worries.
But I thought it would be interesting if you could do that, and it had like they just fast track. But who would even fucking deal with that going through customs for a $3 Uber Eats order?
Yeah, no thanks.
No one's doing that shit.
I've gone to another state doing DoorDash or Grubhub, but not another country.
Yeah, no. Kevin says it's tricky for us here in Michigan. Yeah, I mean, you're right. It says exit only. I will give you that. And with him being not from this country, maybe English is his second language, and I mean he should be able to read the road signs. I mean that's part of the deal. So, but also moving on, this video, and I don't know if I'll play the whole thing, but this just kind of friggin' pissed me off a little bit. And this is part of the. I'm not trying to be political at all. This is just the current administration. I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat. It doesn't bother me. My rule is I judge you on the character of your person, not who you voted for.
Sure.
My wife might not agree with that, but I'm just saying that's what I do. All right. So here's this real quick.
An accessible presidency in American history. So with that, let's kick it off. And I'm happy to take your question first, Aaron.
Thanks so much, Caroline, both for having us and for granting me the first question here.
Sure.
And I can attest to the deportations in Florida. My Uber drivers finally speak English again, so thank you for that. But my question for you is, what are the administration's plans for those who continue to defy the executive orders? Most notably, on my mind, are the ones related to what some would call trans men. I would call men masquerading.
Okay, we're not getting into that part. It was
no.
I only watched the first 20 seconds, and then I thought maybe they would go into it more. I'm like, nope, we're gonna dump it right there.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, and then people laughed in there, and I'm just like.
Yeah, it's just so uncalled for. There's no reason.
It doesn't matter if you're Hispanic, whatever. Like, it really makes me mad when they do that, and it's just frustrating. I don't know what else to say other than it's just frustrating.
It is very frustrating. And Josh, Jason, and I both tried to order our DoorDash hoodies, but they were already sold out in our size.
Well, and they're already online for $100.
Yeah.
I've seen them. Not eBay per se, but I saw when I Googled it, I saw it pop up, and it was some random site. It's probably
And they're down to just, I think, small and then youth sizes.
Yeah, and it only goes through. Let me see if I can still.
Yeah, there's a limited run. So when they ran out of size, I don't think they put any more.
Well, yeah, it was May 8th was the let's see if
yeah, we were both wanting one. We both want one of those DoorDash hoodies.
yeah, it's still the medium, small, and extra small, and then the all the youth ones. So
when I looked earlier, it didn't even have, I don't even think mine even showed like a anything but the small.
Yeah, small, extra small, and a medium. Oh, I got some hate on TikTok for that. People were shitting on me because I liked it. I was like, I like it. I mean, I'm not gonna fucking pay bootleg money for it.
No. I would have paid $35 for it.
I would have paid deal for $35. Heck yeah. But I even tagged actual DoorDash on the TikTok. I'm like, hey, DoorDash, where's my hoodie? And see if they would send me one. They didn't respond.
Oh man, yeah, mine. When I bring it up, it shows extra small and then youth sizes. That's it.
Huh? Yeah. Well, it is what it is. I was excited to get it.
I was hoping to, and yeah, it says to order a size larger than you normally order. So extra small is definitely not going to work for us.
No, medium's not going to work for me either.
No.
I mean,
large. It's not going to work for me.
I mean, I could, yeah, I could do a large, but it's probably going to be a little uncomfortable, and so it's not worth it to me. You know what I mean? I'm definitely not gonna get it just because I want it, but
yeah,
and I'm not gonna wear it. So, but yeah, I definitely got some shit for that.
Hey, well,
I don't care. Bring it, bitch.
Bring it on.
And your wrench is in the toilet right before I went to the bathroom, Josh. All right, Larry, Amazon driver gets shit and gives it back. I don't know what you feel about this.
Well, I haven't seen it yet, so.
Oh, that's right. Well, I don't know how you feel about it. Got pulled from. That's
right.
I'm glad
from Reddit.
And I only grabbed it this morning.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I just wanted to know how you feel about because the customer posted the video of drivers giving shit back. Like if I was a boss, I'm depending on the level of shit back.
Yeah. I mean, if a customer gets, crosses a line, then yeah. But I mean, just because you're in a bad mood, you don't be giving shit to the customers just because you're not having a good day.
All right, let's watch this 43 seconds.
You think it's funny?
I think it's hilarious, bro. Because you sit here in my face and I got a job to do. Like, you hold me up now.
You're driving 40 miles an hour in
I'm driving
complex.
40. If I was driving 40 through here, I guarantee you they would have been called me and was like, oh, you're driving too fast.
I asked you nicely.
I don't care what you asked.
I know.
I don't care what you asked. You're not my boss.
Because the kids out here.
You're not my boss.
And what did you say?
I said, I don't care.
You said, bring my kids out here so you can drive faster.
You're not my boss.
You said, bring your kids out here so you'll drive faster is what you said.
You're not my boss. I'm not going to listen to you.
Absolutely disrespectful. Amazon. These are the people that you hire, man. Unfortunately, no respect, lack of tact. God bless this guy.
God bless at the end. Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, if the guy really did say bring your kids out here and so I can drive faster, that's bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the guy probably started recording.
Yeah.
After he said that, like once you're on camera, bro, you gotta tighten it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if he said that, that's out of line.
Very much.
But I will. People think you're going a lot faster than you really are.
Sure.
And my wife is notorious for yelling at people on our street, and I'm like, they're not going that fast. And she's like, the hell they are. And I was like, it depends on the vehicle. The bigger the vehicle, the louder it is, like a garbage truck.
Yeah, how faster you think it's going?
The faster you think it's going, because you have all the senses of like your ears and your visual, and it seems like it's going faster because it's loud. But he's right. Amazon is, you talk about Big Brother. I mean, I got a camera in my bus, and that's it. Those
Yeah.
guys have like what do they call
Yeah,
it?
they're tracking you. They're tracking
I was
you.
gonna say analytics, but that's not what it is. But they have everything. Speed, like the guy said, they would be calling his ass like, why are you doing 40 down to 25? Like, so I think other than him saying he'd run his kids over, I think he didn't curse at him. He didn't do that. But like, I am so tired of the video recording world.
Yeah.
I mean, I like it when someone's like, that seemed a little Karen-ish, but I do like it when, someone's like being a bigot or racist or stuff like that, because those people need to be called out.
Yeah. I'm so glad we grew up in an era where everybody didn't have a phone and a camera.
Yeah. The worst part is when there's like an emergency happening and people are recording. That pisses me off. Like,
yeah, nobody's doing anything.
No one's ever not doing anything. Like, what are you doing? You need to go assist. And now if there's people assisting and there's really nothing you can do, okay, fine, record it, because I want to watch that. I'm sorry. Everyone wants to watch that. But just remember, though, when you watch that, you can't unsee that stuff. So I've seen so there's a trial going on of a police officer here in Grand Rapids. It happened in 2022. He killed somebody, and he's on trial for murder. I watched that. I cannot unsee that. That was fucked up. I should not have watched it. Like, I can picture it in my head right now.
Sure.
Should not have watched that. It was bad. So all I'm saying is, remember, you can't unsee it. That's why I tell my kids, my own kids and like my school kids, I'm like, listen, the internet is a nasty place and you may see some stuff you can never unsee. So just be careful.
Yep. That's for sure.
All right. Moving on. Let's see. Let's do. Let's just do this picture and call it good.
Yeah.
The other ones are the Patreon. 8:10 p.m. tonight. Join Patreon. The $7 tier gets you live Patreon podcasts at 8:10 after each show. And obviously you can listen to it later. But yeah, we'll do the last couple episodes or the last couple episodes. Larry shared this. Let me grab it. Here we go.
Yeah, so this is funny. This is a passenger sending a message to the Uber driver, and the passenger says, "Hey, you're picking up my son Eli. He works at Burger King next door, and will be wearing a Burger King uniform. He's 16. Please make fun of him for working at Burger King." And the driver laughs and says, "Will do." Can you imagine this kid coming in and this Uber driver starts giving him shit about working at Burger King? The kid has no idea his dad's put him up to it.
I mean, I really think it's funny, but I also kind of feel bad for the kid. You know what I mean?
Hilarious.
I know, but like, it's first job. He's making it work and he's earning money. Like, hey, you work at Burger King.
Yeah.
But it is funny.
Yeah. I mean, you got to have fun with your kids, man. I mean, you do. You just have to.
I gotta say that I'm gonna say this on here, and hopefully the person doesn't see it. But speaking of pranks, so I have a couple of people at work that I prank with. I shouldn't say this because she
save it for the Patreon.
You know what? I'm gonna. She probably already knows just by saying that. She ain't watching. No, I'm gonna save it for the Patreon. I'm the Patreon. Maybe I'll delete this last part. No, I won't. Yeah, good call. Good sell, Larry. Save it for the Patreon. It's a good prank.
We're giving away all our good stuff.
I know. That's such a good point. So, all right, I'll be doing some gig work this week a little bit. I've been grinding with my life, so I'm gonna, don't kill me when I only do 3 orders. And
I will be out tomorrow night. Thirsty Thursday. Semester's wrapping up at WKU, so definitely want to get out. And then I will also be out Saturday night working.
When are they done?
Next week, I think maybe finals for them.
Okay, so Thursday might be a barn burner for you then.
It could be, yeah. Usually it is.
That upfront pricing barn burner.
Yeah, woohoo. Might make $5 a ride.
Right. Well, appreciate y'all tuning in. Appreciate the comments. Thank you guys so much. We will see you next week at 7 p.m. And as always, don't put up with anyone's bullshit.
And we'll see you on the road.
All right. Peace out.
Good night, everybody.